Hafede Todosamzu. Inanu si Michael Lujan Bevacqua, Zingwawi curator Guinigi I Museo on Guam. My name is Michael Lujan Bevacqua, and I'm the curator of the Guam Museum. And we have lots of boxes here at the Guam Museum. In fact, we have some boxes that haven't been open for maybe like 60 years. Some boxes that have seen many a typhoon, boxes that have mysterious things in them. But we've never made an unboxing video. And I know that mega natapto zania adzu, lots of people like those things. Now, this unboxing video is different. Instead of opening something from our collection and that hasn't been opened in 60 years, instead we are going to be opening something that has been sent to us. And so about every month we receive at least one package here at the Guam Museum from somebody usually off island in the United States who was formerly on Guam, stationed on Guam, lived on Guam. A lot of times it's because they're going through their attic. Oh, attic. Man, people in Guam tend not to have attics, so it felt a little weird saying that. But yes, I know in the States they have attics. And so they're going through it, they come across things, and they feel this would be better served if it was back where I got it from. Sometimes they're artifacts, sometimes they're like precious items, such as jewelry, sometimes they're books, photographs, but we always appreciate it. And so, para Hamzo ni Omega, for those of you watching, if you have anything connected to the Chamorro story, to Guam, to the Marianas, feel free to send it back to us at the Guam Museum. It's a highlight of my month whenever we receive stuff like that, because you never know what you're going to get. And so this comes from a woman named Marjorie Maguire. And so she had reached out to the museum last year, inquiring about sending some stuff home and so I've been communicating with her via email, and so I'm glad that she finally was able to send something out to us. So let's see what's in here. Oh wait. Oh. What? These are magazines, and these are pictures. It's not even what I expected. What a cool unboxing video. Okay, let's look at this. So these are pictures. Oh wow, from Guam in 1945. No indications, no names on any of these, no markings. Wow. Wow. Oh, here we go. That's how you know it's 1945. And so, oh man. Amazing pictures. Oh my goodness. Trigger alert if you don't like pictures of children swimming naked in a river. Wow. So some amazing pictures in here. Wow. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of names. My goodness, this is actually... Oh, wow. This is Tan Algada Johnston with some Chamorro women who were part of a global broadcast. So it went out around the world, and then they were sort of the voices that sung and were heard when it reached Guam's time on the global broadcast. Dang. Wow, there's a lot of interesting pictures here. Looks like a graduation ceremony. And so these are official U.S. Navy photographs, but there's a variety of them showcasing Chamorro life sort of in 1945 in the post-war years. Very cool. A wedding. Ooh. Okay. You wonder what that might be. Japanese troops returning to Japan after the war. Oh, and this is an iconic picture. Chamorro youth doing their calisthenics in front of the Cook School, the Maryland Cook School in Molesto, Maritzo. Wow. Okay, this is super cool. This is not at all what I was expecting. Ooh, okay. The Guam bus lines. Guam used to have, if you talk to Manamkunai, they said that the Guam bus system used to be pretty reliable before. And we decided to go with like the car economy instead. But Mohan, how different would things be if we had developed a robust public transit system instead? Ooh. So here we also have from Mrs. Maguire. These are the types of magazines that were given to sort of soldiers as they headed out to different areas. Oh, look at them. There's Guam. There's a picture from Guam right there. Oh, wow. At the nesting. From the first anniversary of Guam's liberation. My goodness, this is a trove of stuff. Oh, and here we can see that a number of the images that were in here are used in this booklet right here. Yep, see? So we just looked at some of these images right here. See, there's Tan Agada on the radio. There's in the Kiosco. And there's this gentleman right here was the first photo, as well as, very interesting. Oh, yeah, the Cook School. And so, oh, interesting. Wow. Very, very cool. And so I love these sorts of things. Oh my goodness, this issue's for July 29, 1945, which was my birthday. July 29 is my birthday, but of course I wasn't born yet. I hadn't been born yet for 35 years. But as you can see here, magazines for military stationed on Guam, talking about stuff on the island. This one has a pinup parade, which you may feel complicated things about. It seems kind of strange. Not to any of the people. I mean, there's even children. But but just very, very interesting stuff here. Okay, and so Mrs. Maguire here has provided, oh good, some inventory to help us, as well as some information here. So she says that her father was a junior lieutenant in the United States Navy during World War II and was stationed in Guam. He was on the admiral's staff and was in charge of a newspaper for the Navy, for all the armed forces on the island. He had been a newspaperman for the Evening Bulletin in Philadelphia before he went into the Navy. He died at 101 years old in 2013, and since then he had a bin filled with things saved from his life. So for Mrs. Maguire, she says that she is 80 years old herself now, and so in her father's things she found a large envelope with the pictures and then also the magazine that he helped work on. And so her father's name was Edmund P. Riley, and the magazine, as you can see here, was called Sink Packet, which was named after SINPAC headquarters on Guam. And she sent us the images in her father's collection, but also issues of the magazine from June through September in 1945. And so she said that she wrote to a number of places, such as Navy Archives in the United States, and either got no response or said that they weren't interested. And so she's very happy that here at the Guam Museum we are interested in them. And I can tell you this was it's the highlight of my week. Not my month though, because we had the Chamorro Language Immersion Camp last week, and that was the highlight of my month. But this definitely is the silver medal for highlight. But Sidus Masi to Mrs. Maguire for sending us this and including the information on her father, his role in Guam, because for a long time people thought that, you know, museums are just about the objects themselves, that it has this value in and of itself, but the object gains value by the stories that we can attach to it. And so Mrs. Maguire sharing with us sort of her father's experiences, and also even just the story of her reaching out and unable to find somebody to donate it to, and then finally sending it to Guam, is part of what makes these so much more valuable than simply just the items themselves. And so, si Zeus Masi no hamzu todos. Now, because Malago Zoom happened, I want to look at this stuff, so go away.